Hello, this is Roy from Arena Mini 4-Wheel Drive Club, Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. And today I'm gonna show you guys about using the broken MS chassis and to make this the braking tools, the motor braking tools. Okay, and it's not doesn't has to be MS chassis. You can also do it as by using the MA. So as long as you can make a bottom support for the motors, then you can use that as well. So it doesn't matter, it has to be MA or MS or MSL. As long as that's pro chassis, then you can make it like this. So that's how it is. And in the video I will show you how to make it, and also I will telling you why we make, like I make the braking tools like this during the video when I'm making the building the tools. So please check the video, check it out. Okay, so we're gonna start with the multi-roller states. Then we're gonna put 2 screws, and for the screws, then it depends on how long the screws that you wanna put on. And for this case, we're gonna put the 15mm screws, and I put 1.5mm spacers. Then we gonna put it on the chassis, install it, and you're gonna tight it. And the reason why I'm using 1.5mm spacer and without just using the roller states, because I want to make sure the roller states it can do as the same level as the motor installed on the chassis. I have to make sure the both motor are the same level, and that's why I put the 1.5mm spacers. Okay, so right now we need the 2015 the plates, and basically all those places I've been using to do something else, and to cut it, those are the parts left and I don't want to waste it, so that's why I'm using it. Okay, so as you can see, I make the surfaces bigger. Of course, if you don't have those stuff, you can using the new brake plates that Tamiya just released lately, the FRP plates, and then you can skip all this stuff, like by using the plates to make it the same levels. Then you can just using that one. That will be easier for you guys. But today what I'm using is those are my extra spare parts, and I don't want to waste it, so that's why I'm using those. Okay, so right now I'm tightening the screws. Make sure the screws has been tight enough, because when you are turn on the motor and to doing the braking, the motor itself, it will cause the vibrations, so if there's a possibility it will make the nuts get loose. And right now I'm insert the 2 of 5mm spacer on both sides. Then I put the nuts on top and tight it up. So because I already measure for the height that I need, it's like 2 of the 5mm spacer and plus the 2 nuts, and that'll be the same level as the motor himself. So when you tighten it up, please make sure it's totally tight, and because you don't want it that when you're doing the braking, then the nut get loose, then you probably losing all the parts. Now is the 2014, and you can see one side is okay, the other side I make a cutting a little bit because I want to do the swing plates, like the slide, the plates can slide to the other side of the screws. And this is the rubber. It comes with the, like when you buy in the bowl cap, and there's the rubber tubes that you can tie the bowl caps. And then I put the washer and then a lock nut, and to make sure it can be tight and it tight evenly. And then you can see that the other side you can slide to there, and I put the lock nut on top, and then you can straight lock the plates. And right now you can see I take there's one extra pieces of the popsicle, and I'm not using. I put double-sided tape and put on top of the 2015, the plates that I just installed, and to make sure it's the same level as the multi-roller states. And then when we put the motor on, it can be flat. And right now I'm putting the sponge brakes, and the reason why I'm putting the sponge brakes is just trying to hold the motor on the support that we made, and make sure it's not moving all the way around. So you can test it when you put the brakes on, and test it, see, shake it a little bit and see is it loose or tight. Okay, so when you are doing the break-in, what I do is I put the brush side on the bottom, because you can also do the support and to hold the chassis all the way, and also can help when you are doing the break-in, and the motor will not be moving. Okay, so now we just tied it on. Okay, and try it and see how it works, and shake a little bit, see if the motor is being held tight enough. Okay, as you can see, both motor on the same levels. So right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put rubber tubes between, and that we usually I believe there's usually come with the popsicle pack, FRP, it come with that, and also the brake, the sponge brake pack also come with that tools that you can get from the Tamiya pack. And then we gonna using that to hold the connector between both chassis. So right after you connect both motors, so just put on the motor cover and put in the battery, and also the battery lock, and you are ready to go. So that's how it is. Also, I want to talk about the reason why I made this kind of motor braking kit, because I see there's lots of people doing the YouTube video online, and they are connecting the motor straight to the power supply, or even no straight connect to the battery. But I'm not saying that's wrong, but I would say there's a possibility when you connecting the battery straight to the motor itself, and that will damage the brush. There's a possibility because the battery, when you hook up the battery, and it will create heat, and that will make the brush itself and cause a little bit damages on it. So I would say the best way and safe, the way that is safe, is using another motor and to run the other one. So basically the the motor that you are using, like the one I put in the chassis, that is the broken one, or even though there's the motor I'm not using. Of course, if you don't have a motor like that, you can always run the stock motor, the motor came with the unit, and you can use that to run to breaking you the other motor as well. So like right now you can see I make a hook, and that you can hold the chassis, and now we just put in the battery and just testing it. So like if you want, I would say this is just an idea for you and shows how to using the broken chassis. And also it doesn't have to be MS, even though MA can do it, as long as you can do the support, like using the multi rollers to do the support. And you can also build the tools like this. So this kind of tools, like we make it, it's very easy to carry, and because the size is pretty small and is pretty light, and also you are not wasting the stuff. You don't have to waste the stuff to build it, and all the stuff you can take it off and still using it. Okay, so this is today's video, and if you like this video and want to see more video like this, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.